Guys sometimes ask me for the handle for my Just for Fans, or they say they can't find me. And honestly, I don't care. I mean, I do want more subscribers to my Just for Fans, but giving out my name is a huge disservice to me and has a lot of disadvantages. When I was an escort, I used my real name, Sharzad Morgan. I showed my face in my ads. And I was at OnlyFans. I used my real name because after my divorce, my whole thing was like, I want to be authentic. I don't want to hide who I am. I want to be real. And there were a number of disadvantages to doing that. One is when I was out in public, guys would recognize me. They would recognize me either off my YouTube channel because I had a video that went viral. It's the funniest video. I'm going to link that up here. Escort complains about client who came too quick. That was one. The other one was, is it okay to fuck two guys in the same day or something like that. I was really exploring. I did not know about the sexual revolution when I got divorced. I grew up very sheltered in the suburbs my whole life. I grew up very sheltered. I grew up at a time when women were being more sexual, but we were not supposed to be. It was frowned upon. In my marriage, I was very sexually stunted in how I was allowed to express myself sexually and especially emotionally during sex. And when I got divorced, I really just wanted to experience sex with men who were sensual, who were interested in sex with me. That was not just a quickie, and exploring what I could feel emotionally and physically in something that wasn't a quickie. And also, I would just wanted to be real in my life. I've been trapped, in a family life as a mom, and you know how I was supposed to behave, and I just wanted to break free and be authentic. I didn't want to have to lie, okay, about what I wanted and who I was, to be proper in what is what I mean. So I had a YouTube channel. I had a lot of videos about being an escort. The videos were called Escort Diaries. And I was even making them last year. I went through last year, I deleted all of those videos. And I've had many YouTube channels over the years. Many of them got taken down for one thing or another. So all those old videos are lost. But the video Escort complains about the client who came too quick. I still had that on my phone, so I uploaded it to my channel last year, and like I said, I linked it there so that you can find it. I did not like being recognized by men in public. Why? Because I feel like you don't deserve the sexual side of me unless you've given me an emotional or financial investment. That is exactly how I feel. So, a lot of men, they look up to escorts and sex workers. They put us on a pedestal. They idolize us. They want to be with us. They highly respect us. You would not know this from some of the comments, but my experience is that men love and adore beautiful women who like sex in the sex industry. And so I'm like, and I always feel like I need a man to appreciate me before he gets sexual access. And these men got to know that I was an escort. I had my ads on these certain sites. They recognized me, and they had to pay no investment at all. They didn't have to introduce themselves. They got that for free, just seeing me. And I didn't like that. I like, you don't deserve that. And also, like, are you looking at me because you think I'm cute? Or are you looking at me because you recognize me off my escort ads? And I made a decision a few years ago that I was going to start using a stage name and hide my face and have the same discretion about my sexuality that the men have for the clients. See, the men or the clients have a lot of discretion. They're not advertising anywhere. And on the review sites, they're all anonymous. They have a handle. I'm like, I want that same discretion. And men who value discretion also value a woman who values discretion. So I was talking to a lady that she convinced me, because I've been thinking about doing it, and she convinced me that that was the way to go, and I did it right then on that phone after that phone call with her. So I changed, I came up with a stage name. I took my face out of all the photos, so they were just photos showing no face. And my photos also were pretty modest. I also made my photos a little bit more modest to stand out from all the women that have their ass sticking out everywhere. And I changed my, on my Just for Fans, my profile photo is not my face. On my, and on Twitter, where I do advertise from my Just for Fans page, I also use the stage name and I don't show my face. That is a separate business. In order for a man to see my body, he has to earn the right through an emotional investment or a relationship or through paying me. He has to earn that right. I don't lead with my sexuality. I've never led with my sexuality. I always felt like I don't want to just give that to just anyone. What I like about the sites like OnlyFans and Just for Fans, I mean, I don't like OnlyFans. They were a very scummy business. They don't care about the customers or the models. What I like about Just for Fans is that all my content is behind a paywall. It's safe. The men have to pay $40. Sometimes I have a discount, it's $38. They have to pay that to see my content. And because they have to pay that, they value my content. I've never, in all the 4 or 5 years I've been doing this, I've never come across any of my videos being leaked or put up on some other site. Because they paid that, they're not going to do that. And they're very respectful. They'll even be like, hey, can I send you a dick pic? I'm like, yes. That's what they paid for. And they're paying for entertainment. They want to be entertained. The guys on Just for Fans, they want to be entertained. They do not give a shit about all of these videos I'm making. They don't want to see that. They could care less. I have tried putting some of my YouTube videos on there, and it makes the viewers go down. They don't want to see, they don't want to hear me talk. They don't want to know how I think. They don't even want to see me work out. And the majority of them never want to meet me in person to be like a sugar daddy or anything. They want to be entertained. So I give them sensual entertainment. I reply to their messages, but they don't want me. They don't give a shit about me. They want to see a woman's sensuality. They want to see my body, and they want to be entertained. That's all they want. And like I said, a man who wants sexual access to me has to invest something in me to make me want to share that with him. And once they subscribe, I treat them very well. I do not believe in upselling men, upcharging men. It's all inclusive. There's no pay-per-view. When I first started out at OnlyFans, I was following several women to learn what to do. I had no idea. And the women were very sweet. I subscribed to their pages. And they would help me out and give me ideas. And a lot of what they do is they try to get you turned on. They have like a scene of the day, and they post certain pictures or little videos or whatever throughout the day. They can preload it, so every few hours. So they're trying to keep getting you to come on the page, get you more and more turned on. And at the end of the day, they send you a video that you have to pay for. And depending on how much you pay determines how much they will show you. Because the photos throughout the day, they're dressed. They're just kind of teasing you. And then if you pay this much, they'll show maybe their breasts. And if you pay this much, maybe they'll pull their panties down. And if you pay this much, maybe they'll spread something. And if you pay this much, you'll see them doing something with a guy or with a toy or something. I'm like, that seems like kind of like overstimulation and not authentic and calming and peaceful. Then I followed this other woman. She and her husband were doing this. She's actually a mom and was going to school to be a sex therapist. And they made really high content quality because they'd been married for like 20 years, and it was a way for them to turn each other on. And he was into like the videoing and filming and editing. And they made really good content, and hers was $40 a month, and it was so sweet. It was very beautiful photography. It was very sensual. It was very hot. And she was very sweet, and one of the things, it was around Christmas time, she was wearing like this flannel shirt with a cup of hot cocoa in front of the Christmas tree, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. And it was very giving and very loving, and there were no upcharges at all. And I thought, that's it. That's what I want to do. And that's what I copied. So I'm like, I'm going to charge more than everyone else. It means I'll have fewer subscribers, but I'm going to treat them well. And I like to treat my men well. I like to treat my men with empathy, with respect, with honor. I don't want to lead them on. I don't want to upcharge them. I don't want to scam them. So that's what I do. But I'm not going to give that to just any random Dick and Harry. I'm not going to throw my pussy out there on Pornhub for all the guys to see. Fuck that. No. But if they pay, I'm going to treat them really well. And I'll show them everything, no upcharges, and I message with them. That's what I do. Now, why don't I advertise that on here? For the same reason. I do not think, I'm not on here. This YouTube, I make my money off of my Just for Fans. So I make my money off of being sexual with men. That's how I make my money, okay? Most of my content is just me, but every once in a while I'll film with a man. Sometimes a younger man. I have some guys that I film with that I know. And I make all my money off of the sex part of me. I mean, I have to be nice and all that too. I have to be responsible, professional, all that, reliable. And so YouTube is a place where I get to be non-sexual, because the guys that are being sexual, they don't give a shit about what I think, what I learn, what I have to say. When I was a lot of time I could make a lot more money by giving out my handle, but then I could get, well, also I could, number one, I don't want any random guys to just find me and see all that. You have to want it. Number two, YouTube. I could lose my YouTube channel. I don't know. I do not want guys to find that part of me. I don't want everyone to have access to my sexuality, frankly. I don't want everyone to see my naked body, frankly. If you want to see it that badly, you got to work for it. You have to find me or email me with $50 with your name. I want to see your name, your real name, so I know who you are, and then I'll give you the name of the page. But I'm not on here looking for that. Although I want more subscribers, I do not want to lead with my sexuality on YouTube. I don't. I just don't want to, and I don't have to. That's why I don't give out my handle. That's exactly it. I want to keep that part of my life compartmentalized. It's compartmentalized. It's not really integrated into everything. Just like you're compartmentalized things. You know, you have your work friends and you have your home friends and you have your family in this life, you know, so I compartmentalize it. And that's what I like to do. There are some people who have found me. It's not that hard to find me. But I don't really care if you don't find me. What I would like to do with this YouTube channel, I would love to have more subscribers on my YouTube channel. I would like to make more money off my YouTube videos. I would like to have this channel grow. That's what I would really like. I would like to have more ideas on like the type of videos I can make. I love having ideas. I like seeing what videos get more views. Yeah, I think that answers the question on why I don't give out my handle. I don't want men who want to see me naked have to invest something first. And the guys who find my Just for Fans are coming off other venues or places like Twitter, where they're already looking for that, and then they're getting that, but that's all they're getting. They do not know my real name. The guys on my Just for Fans, this is another thing too. The guys on my Just for Fans do not know my real name. They do not know about this YouTube channel. They do not know I wrote a book. They don't know anything about me. They don't know I'm a mom. They know nothing about me. And they don't care. which is fine. I mean, it's their entertainment. They're paying for entertainment. They don't care about me. They don't know anything about me. They don't know my real name. I don't know who they are. I just see subscriber, da 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 da. I have no idea what country they're in. You know, some of those guys will tell me, I live here, I live in this country, I live in this country. You know, I don't know what they look like. I don't know their names. I don't have any access to any of their payment information or emails. That's all the office does that. I have an account on the site, just like, you know, when you have an account on Facebook or YouTube. As a content creator on YouTube, I see your comments, but I don't know who the person is who left the comment. I just see a handle. That's how it is at Just for Fans. So I'm showing these guys everything, and these guys are completely anonymous, and I have to trust them to not put that anywhere out there, to not share it with anyone. You know, it's a lot of trust. And so I don't see why these YouTube guys who pay me nothing should have access to that part of me. Because those guys that are at least paying me, those guys on Just for Fans are my bread and butter. They provide the majority of my income. They're paying for me to be able to sit here and make these videos that are free. They give me ideas for content. Those guys on my Just for Fans are my bread and butter. And unlike the ladies who make porn, I don't have to do anything that's abusive, mean, harsh. It's real stuff. Sensual, real. And they're paying for that, and that's what they want to see. Not all men want to see women be abused sexually. Some men actually want to see a woman enjoying herself sensually, some real life stuff. You know, sometimes I'll just post a picture of my face smiling. They want to see someone who's happy, enjoying herself, sexual, whatever they want. Somebody older, they specifically want older, and they like, you know, certain features about my body. That's what they get. They don't know this part of me, and you guys don't need to know that part of me, and that's fine. Those guys on Just for Fans, if they want to know my real name or find me or know my YouTube channel, they can ask for that. If they give their real name, I'll tell them. And just like you guys, if you introduce yourself, and I will give you the name of my Just for Fans, but I want you to send me some money first, because maybe what I'll do is if guys send me $50, I'll give them a discount code for the first month, but I'm not going to give that out to just any Tom, Dick, or Harry. I refuse. My sexuality is sacred to me. My body is sacred to me, and I will only share it with people who appreciate it. You know? That's how I feel about my body, and that's healthy. To me, that's healthy. I'm only going to share my body visually or in person with men who appreciate it. That's how I feel, and that's why I do it. That's why I do it this way, because I'm really tuning in like what feels right for me. And I think that women who make porn have mental health issues and emotional abuse issues, because there's nothing empowering around that. If you want to see other people, if you want other people to watch you having sex, go to a swingers party. You know, if you want to be seen naked, go to a nudist beach. Why are you putting all that out there on the internet? Doing a kind of porn that's harmful for women and men to see, because it's not real. People think it's real, and the women making it are frankly abused. All the porn I've seen, I'm like, you're being abused. You're putting all this out here for free, doing stuff that looks very painful, doesn't look pleasurable. It looks abusive to me. It's not sensual or passionate. So why are you doing that? I don't like it. I don't watch porn at all. I don't watch it. I don't like it. I find it, when I see stuff, I'm like, you look like you're faking it, and that's not hot. Or that looks painful. So that's where I go with that. So that explains to you guys why I do not give out my Just for Fans handle. Because I'm not here to promote my Just for Fans. That's not why I'm here. I talk about the fact that I have a Just for Fans because that's how I make my money. That's proves, when I talk about don't hook up and stuff, it proves that I'm not a prude. And also proves that women at 62 can still make money doing a Just for Fans. Also, that I think a site like Just for Fans is so much better for women than doing porn that some director tells the woman what to do and owns all the money. They don't even really get any royalties. They just get, I think, a few hundred or maybe $1,000 for a movie. Whereas if you have a Just for Fans, sure, you have to get your own subscribers somehow. That's the hard part, you guys. But we get to make content that we like, whether it's, whatever you're into, whether you're into feed or diapers or sunbathing or whatever kind of fetish you're into, pillow humping or blowing bubbles, whatever fetish thing, stomping boots, boot stomping or pantyhose or whatever, you can create a site oriented towards just for that. If you're a bigger woman, if you're a slender woman, a mature woman, and it also, so I just kind of have mentioned in passing. And I guess sometimes I think, well, if guys want to find me, I think I'm pretty easy to find. If they want to find me, they can find me. I could get more subscribers, but I only want to get subscribers of YouTube if they went to the effort to find me. I don't want to just sling it out there and make it so easy, because I value my content and I value my body, and I don't want to just sling it out for just anyone to have. So I make you go through a few hoops, including the payment, in order to find it. But most guys who watch my YouTube channel have no interest in that anyway. But I mean, how I got started at OnlyFans a few years ago, I had an Instagram at the time. It was under my real name. And in 1 week, 3 guys in 1 week said, you should start an OnlyFans. I had never even heard of OnlyFans. This was like in 2018, the summer of 2018 or 2019. I don't remember. I'd never heard of OnlyFans. So I looked it up. I'm like, 3 guys in 1 week. This could be another source of income. I'll check it out. This is God talking to me. Just like with my book, when I wrote my book, people kept saying, you should write a book. And I was like, no. But when sometimes messages about what we can do with our life come from other people, and when 3 people said it in the same week, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. So I made a page at OnlyFans. Like I said, I was using my real name. I had a YouTube channel, and all of these guys, you will not believe this. I shouldn't even tell you. Okay, if you got this far in the video, you get to hear this. They wanted me to make pooping videos. They wanted to watch me poop. They're called SCAT. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube. They wanted to see me poop. I'm like, that is just weird. I don't want to shame anyone if you're into that, but it's just weird. And I was charging $300 just for like a 2-minute pooping video. And I remember being on vacation at the time with some friends, and we were just laughing about how easy money that was. Like, oh, I made $1,000 in, a couple days just making a pooping video for these guys who'd see me on YouTube. So that I could make a lot of money if I linked that. But again, then I'm going to bring in all these YouTube guys who want to talk about me pooping, and it becomes a sexual channel, and that's what I don't want. I don't want that. I already get that over there, But anyway, and so some guys are really into that. It's like hilarious. And I started like experimenting, different kinds of videos, and then that became kind of a business too, like how to get more subscribers, what kind of content they want. But people were very unhappy at OnlyFans because they were often writing to me about the playback speed being slow, and that had to do with OnlyFans as a site and their servers and how they were rendering the videos. And I would keep writing to them, and they never wrote me back. They didn't give a shit. It took really long to upload the videos. There wasn't a store feature. And then eventually they kicked me off because at that time I was an escort, and they don't allow escorts on there, which I knew. So When they kicked me off, though, I had a really hard time getting my 1099s from them because it's all taxable income. I had to write them so many times. They never wrote back to me. They just kicked me off, and when they kicked me off, they locked my account. So I wasn't able to let any of the guys know. Some of the guys figured it out and they followed me over to Just for Fans. I originally used my real name at Just for Fans, but not anymore. Anyway, um, I had happened to make friends with one of the ladies from OnlyFans on LinkedIn, so I messaged her, and she went to some trouble behind the scenes to get me my 1099. The I don't They don't treat their people well. They don't treat the models well or the customers well. When I moved over to Just for Fans, I've been very happy at Just for Fans. The site is run by a gentleman uh, who does the programming also. So he took over the site a few years ago, and then he started. He rewrote all the code, made all new code, and he's still constantly adding new features. I mean, every time I have a problem with something, they email me back within 24 hours. They really care about their models and the subscribers. He treats his employees so well. He still has the same employees now that he had back when he first started many years ago. He is just a very authentic, honest person who actually cares about his product and his customers. The playback speeds are good, the features are amazing. When I make suggestions for enhancements, they take that into consideration. They care about things that aren't working that they need to fix. And they have really great features with a store, with chats. Like we can send out chats. Now we can send out chats that are preloaded ahead of time, where we can send pictures or videos ahead of time. If we want to charge extra for those, we can do that. There's a store where we can put things. I mean, they have Friend Finder, and I mean, they have so many features on there. I don't even know all the features, but I've been very happy at Just for Fans. It's such a great site. Mostly the models on there are a lot of gay men are on there, and their content is like so good. Their filming is so good. They're so much better at the filming and the editing. The men have to work a lot harder than the women at making good content because I just use my little phone, um, the S10 or the S21 Samsung phone, but the men actually have like lights and professional cameras, and they edit, and they're pretty original in what they do. It's not just straight sex. They have like swings and milking tables and like beautiful lights, and sometimes they film each other at like these stud party things and outdoors. And men are just so super sexual. They'll just do a lot of stuff that women won't do, and they're really good at the editing and the filming. So their stuff is like really high quality. That I, as a woman, and the other thing too, when I got divorced, when my ex-husband, when we divorced, I was working as a consultant, independent contractor, and I was making, I think it was $35 an hour, and it wasn't enough to live on in San Diego. And I don't believe in working full time, so I was only working like 20 or 30 hours a week. I don't believe in working full time. I was not born. It's not that I'm lazy. I was not born to sit in an office all day. And I had a beautiful office. It was like a corner window in Carlsbad. There were like beautiful flowers outside my window. But I'm like, I want fresh air. I want to be able to go outside. I do not want to sit at this desk at a beautiful office to myself writing reports that I don't really care about. I divorced my husband to be more and feel more. And I was so horny all the time. I was always like thinking about sex. And I'm like, I'm stuck in an office. This is not, I wasn't born for this. And by the way, I've only ever worked full time for like 3 years in my whole life. I, it's not that I'm lazy. I clean, I grocery shop, I have my responsibilities, but I'm not born to sit in an office all day. I'm not, or to do other people's work. So when I wrote the book and I started all this, it as much as people like to look down on women doing an OnlyFans or just for fans, I know that a lot of people are like, oh, these low life women, just showing their bodies everywhere. Well, not necessarily. It is creative. It is creating content. It's one way of creating content. You can create content by talking. You can create content by writing or by being an acting or by an OnlyFans, just for fans. And it's a good way for women to earn money if we don't want to sit in an office breathing recycled air, sitting in traffic all day, doing work for other people that they decide they want to do. It's a way to be independent and to be creative and to be sensual, you know. And I'm very grateful that these men recommended that to me. I'm very grateful for my subscribers. I mean, do I wish I could make the same amount of money doing something else that's not sexual? Honestly, yes. If I could make, if I had to choose the amount of money I make on Just for Fans, if I could make that same amount of money, if I had to choose one, Just for Fans or YouTube, I would choose YouTube. I would not show those guys anything. I'd show them nothing. Nothing. But we all have to work. We all have to make money. And that's a much easier way to make money for me. It's much easier to make, it's easy for women to make money off our sexuality. But I think we should only share our sexuality with men who appreciate it. Not for free on Pornhub, not driving over to some guy's house for a hookup. I think that we have to share it with love and respect and honor for the men. Not to get them on there and get them all turned on and then just siphon money out of them, or like, who was the Andrew Tate guy who was like, sucking money out of men, taking like thousands of dollars or more, trying to, these women pretending that they were in love with these guys. That's all bullshit. That's not honest. That's taking advantage of people. But if they want that entertainment, I think my entertainment is fine. It's not harmful. It's sensual. It's not going to make men treat real women with less respect, in my opinion. And I'm just, it's a way that I make money in a way that I'm proud of. Actually, I'm proud of it. But I would rather make the same amount of money not showing my body. But I can't. It's not possible. The economy is not what it used to be. I have a bachelor's in computer science, but I'm not good at programming, and I don't want to program. I have an MBA, but again, I do not want to work 40 hours in an office or work at home in an office or sit in traffic and do the work that other people want. I would rather dance or strip or whatever I do in my videos. It feels a lot more natural and authentic than the work that I would be doing for someone else. Those of you who work for someone else, do you love it? And that tells you all you need to know. And thank you so much for watching my video.